Hello and welcome. My name is Seven Vinton. I'm an employee of the Department of Education Victoria and I'm currently teaching at Oberon High School. Today I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the Department of Education Victoria's Office 365 learning platform. So this is the Microsoft Office 365 platform, which was designed for businesses but has been adopted by universities and schools worldwide. So you can see here I'm currently logged on to this platform and this is my school's homepage or landing page. So when you first log on to onto this system, you'll be directed to your own school's landing page. So what I'm going to do is show you how to log on if you forget the link that is provided to you, because you can see here it's probably not an easy link for you to remember, and you can save it into your favorites, etc. But if you're on a different computer or something and you need to get to your Office 365, I'm going to show you an easy way to do that once we log out. Okay, so I'll log out and we'll log back in again. So what we'll do is we'll just browse to Google, and what we want to do in Google is just type in Office 365 login, and it's this link here you want. So it's login.microsoftonline.com. So we click on there and that will take us to the general Office 365 login. And if we type in our user name here, so what you want to do is type in your TO number and then and normally you would do your Edumail user name, but what we're going to do is type in education.vic.gov.au. So very similar to your Edumail username, but it is education instead of Edumail. So once you've got that in there, if you click into the password field, and you will be redirected to the EduPass or Education Victoria logon site for the Office 365 network, and all we need to do here is put in your TO number and then your password. So this is the TO number and password that you would use to log into Edumail with. And once you log in from this area, you won't be taken directly to your school's landing page, but you'll generally be taken to your OneDrive. So this OneDrive here is the personal storage area that you have on the Office 365 network. So this is where you can store all of your personal files and documents, and you can also easily share them from this area. So you can see in this central area here, there's a number of folders and a file sitting there by itself. And if you look at this sharing column here, you can see that most of these folders here have this little two-person icon, which means that this particular folder is shared with someone. However, this bottom file here has a padlock symbol, which means that it is only shared with me. So only I can access this one, whereas these other folders can be accessed by other people. If you look over to the left hand side here, we've got a tab that says shared with me. So if I click on to that tab, I can see these files that people are sharing with me. So this means that other people have shared them with me, and now they populate under the shared with me tab. So what I'm going to do at a later stage on a video is actually run through how to share from your OneDrive and on the Office 365 network. So I won't spend time doing that now. I'll do that at a later stage. If you look back up at the menu bar at the top here, we can see the news feed area. So there's not a lot to see here at the moment. But the news feed is very, very much like the social networking side of Office 365, and it does operate a little bit like Facebook, although it doesn't look much like Facebook here. But what I'm going to do is show you a different view of that as it applies to your individual class sites, and you'll see that it does start to take on more of an appearance of Facebook on those sites. The Office 365, you have a choice of news feeds, and Microsoft have actually purchased a social networking tool called Yammer. So this Yammer social networking tool was designed for business, and it's quite a powerful tool, and it operates very, very much like Facebook, and it looks very similar to Facebook, but it is a closed system for corporations or education to use. So I dare say that we probably will see that coming to this Office 365 platform used by the education department as well. So look out for that one. What I'm going to do now is go across to our sites area. So I'll click onto that, and we will see the sites that we currently have access to. So these icons across the top, that is your administration within your school can place sites of interest in this area. So any site that the administrators wish for you to take particular note of can be placed in there, so you have quick access to them. Underneath that is the sites that you are following. So this is any sites that you have either followed or that you are the teacher of, and in the case of the students, it's any sites that they are enrolled in. So any sites that the teachers add students to, they should see them under this sites I'm following area. So it's a little bit like, I guess, Twitter in this case, where you can follow people, follow sites, etc. So it has that same kind of functionality. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my Art Unit 1 and 2 site. And here we see a standard class site under the Department of Education Victoria's Office 365. So this is a little bit different from the general sites that come like out of the box from the Office 365. So this is a template that is specific to the Department of Education Victoria. So this is one that Education Victoria has actually designed to make it easier for teachers to use and to give it a better look and feel. So I'll go through the various components of this class site. Just across the top here we have our school logo. So by clicking on this school logo here, that will take you back to the school's homepage. Underneath that we have this drop down where you can see all of the sites that you are involved with. So any site that you're the teacher of, etc., or sites that you are team teaching with, etc., will appear there. The next tab across is school resources. So this is an area which is common to both students and staff. So anything like school library, any other resources, your house areas, sites, etc., anything like that that both staff and students need to access. And across from that we have the staff only sites. So these are sites that the students can't see, but the staff can see. So anything, the administration side of school life that staff need to access, but you don't want students to access, go in here. Underneath that we have the teacher tools. So these are the teacher tools for your particular site. So these tools here will let you edit the site, add students to the site, change the theme, so you can actually change colours, etc. of the site, and then creation of picture libraries, document libraries, and wikis, etc. The components of this class site, we have obviously the title, the name of the site, an image of the teacher for that site. In the middle here we have the class blog. So this is actually a window to the blog, so you'll just get to see the shortened version of the blog posts. But if you click on to this blog area here, you'll be taken to the actual blog site for this particular class and get to see the blog posts in full and all of the categories that have been assigned to this particular blog. So once again, I'm going to dedicate a whole video on blogging within your class site, so be sure to check out that particular video. So let's just go back to our class site again. Another component of the class site, we have the class calendar. So I'll go into detail about the class calendar on a different video as well. Any events that are in that calendar will show here as well. And we have our links section, so we can have the Fuse links. So that gives you direct access to Fuse, the Fuse resource portal, so that you can easily add links on there, and your own links down here. And we have a resources area here. So this is just a document library that you can add documents to, and adding a document into that library is very easy to do, because the Office 365 uses the same technology as the Microsoft Windows platform and Microsoft Office tools. It works fairly much the same way, so we can just drag a file in to upload it. Okay, so we've got one with the same name there, so let's try another one. Back, this one here. Okay, and you can see that didn't take long at all to upload. So very easy to get content onto this platform, and you can see I've just got PDF files there, but any files can be uploaded, and you can do multiple files at a time. I think the general limit for the number of files at any one time is about 100 at any one time, and they upload very quickly. The other component that is part of this class site is the wiki area. So let's just click on the wiki area, and a wiki is like Wikipedia, is just a site that contains a lot of pages on particular subjects, and these pages normally contain static information. So it's information that you don't want to change very often. So let's just have a look at this wiki site. So on this particular wiki homepage, we have a couple of components here. So one, this wiki pages area here is just a list of pages that are within this wiki, and also an easy link to create a new wiki page. So this just makes it easier to add pages to your wiki, and acts as a bit of a menu as to what is in the wiki. It's even got a section on how to use this area. The middle section here is the newsfeed. So, as discussed before, this is very similar to this newsfeed up here. This one's more general to the whole, your whole network, but this one here is specific to the class. But they work in much the same way. And you can see here we've already got a couple of conversations going here. And as you can see, it works very similar to Facebook. So we have the ability to embed video, and we've got a like button here, and we've got the ability to reply to these posts or news feeds. So very, very similar to Facebook. So something that your students will obviously be familiar with, because they are very much used to social networking platforms. And so this is an area that you can use to generate discussion about the learning within your class site. Okay, so that is pretty much an overview of the class site, and I'll just take you across to the student view. So this is how the student sees this site. So not really any different from the way a teacher would see it, apart from the fact that the student doesn't have access to those staff sites, obviously, and they don't have the teacher tools. So they just have this Submit My Work tab here. So if we open this up, this is where a student can actually upload their work, and it works in the same way as I showed before. You just drag across a document into that area there, and then you can save it from there. Now I'll just show you, go back over to, so once that's saved into there, where that will go. So back onto the class home page, and if we go down to the on the left hand side here, the site contents, and what we're looking for is the Dropbox. So this area here, Dropbox here, and what we've got is a whole lot of folders here. So what happens when you add a student to your site, the system automatically generates a folder for each student within this Dropbox. So you, the teacher, can see all of the work that is uploaded to these Dropbox folders, but the student can only see their individual Dropbox. So they can't see the other students' Dropboxes. So when the student actually browses to this area, they can only see their folder. So that means that all of the work is kept private for the students. So the teacher is the only one that can view and edit all folders and all documents and files within those folders. So quite a nice, handy little tool there, especially if you wanted to assign particular homework assignments that you don't want students getting access to each other's work. Okay, so that is the overview of the Office 365, and just before we close, I'll just show you this area up here. So this is where you would sign out, or you could just close the browser, I guess, but you can also view your own personal information on here. So and then from here you can then edit your personal profile. Okay, so that's all for this video. So please stay tuned for the other videos on the Office 365 system, and I'll go into more detail about the specific areas of that platform. So thank you very much for listening.